All right, so if you're tired of chasing the jawline, the puffy ankles, everything seems to be puffy and you feel like an Oompa Loompa, this is what we're looking for. I have brought these in. I've been using them for about 3 months. I love them. Lymphatic fluid became a big deal for me when I was having a surgery and I felt like fluid was trapping around my stomach or it would trap around my neck. Now, yes, we love the aesthetic of the jawline. Who does not, right? We like to see it, but it's more than that. For me, it was swollen lymph nodes, pressure behind my ear, a lot of drainage, sinus headaches, and I was already doing the gua sha and all this stuff externally. Baby, I needed the internal. The other thing is that this has like a blend that's going to help with the liver. So when it brings in different things, let me find it. There's some turmeric in there. There's yarrow. There's other things that kind of help nurture the body. So not to be too nerdy, but let me break it down high level. You want to move lymphatic fluid. Your hands are puffy. Your face is puffy. You don't have a jawline. You feel like you got a second neck kind of growing down there. You have water around your abdomen, especially for females. Certain times of the month, you feel like water just jumps on your stomach. Now, all the extra cushion for the pushing is fun at times, but when you can't fit your clothes, you feel some kind of way. That's when we start feeling like, okay, this is lymphatic fluid. So I brought this in. What I have is more energy. You see all this energy? This is not fueled by coffee. I did my lymphatic massage. I got on my shake plate. I did my gua sha. My jawline is there. No swollen lymph nodes. The other thing, less pain in my stomach. I was having a lot of stomach pain after a surgery. Everything was kind of getting stagnant, right? My ankles were more puffy. Actually, and it was interesting. I never really had puffy ankles, but it was a circulation issue. So yes, we don't like puffy ankles, but I'm talking about circulation as in one side of my body was hot, one side of my body was cold. One ankle was super puffy, like it hadn't did anything all day, and the other one was super lean. It was like an imbalance of fluids. This is really important when we go into the summer, right? You're dehydrated, you're trying to move hydration, you're drinking water, and then you're drinking water and your body's absorbing, or you're drinking water, it's getting bigger, or you're drinking water and you're peeing every second. All of that is lymphatic fluid. So here's the thing. Stop just using lymphatic products for the aesthetic. Think more energy, decrease inflammation, less brain fog, less puffy ankles when you wake up at night, right? Less puffy ankles at the end of your day, less hand puffiness. I know for me, even when my rings, don't slide, I know that my lymph is getting congested. The biggest thing, which seems super dumb, but super important for me, less ear pressure, less ear pain, less sinus infections. A lot of the time I was having like pressure on my teeth, pressure in my sinuses. It wasn't always a sinus infection. It was lymphatic fluid. Once I started moving that fluid, and here's what other influencers are not telling you, there's lymphatic fluid that we have to move from the back. Now, I figured that out because your girl started having a bunch of acne on her back, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of new for me, right? So I was trapping toxins. So I open up my clavicle by pressing on my little Turmeric pump here. Feel free to do more research. And then I just roll the fluid forward. I drain everything down and plenty of water. Trust and believe, you will not be disappointed. You definitely want to check these out.